Yeah, so if you take a look at the title, we got something a bit interesting this week that you'll see. My first ever martial arts fight was this week that you'll see some of the video here in this. So yeah, not just me lifting weights this week, some punching and kicking you'll see, and hopefully you enjoy that and that little bit of a difference there in what I'm giving you in these videos. Instead of just complete lifting footage non-stop, you'll see something a bit different. So that was on Saturday. So what we'll do is go up and and I'll tell you what eventually led up to the tournament and what I did as usual during the week. So yeah, it's Sunday night right now, and as you see, Monday through Thursday I treated it like any other week with the lifting. Monday, chest and triceps. Tuesday, back and biceps. Wednesday, legs. Thursday was chest, tri, shoulders. And then I took a rest day that Friday. Then to rest for the fight. Then Saturday was the fight. And Sunday was some deadlifting and abs. So that's right there. On dumbbell bench press, did very well. 105 pounds in each hand for 5 sets of 10. So that was, again, a great way to start the week off. Definitely needed to do well this week every way I could to get my confidence up for the fight. Again, even though this is just my lifting routine, not my martial arts kind of training, I wanted to make sure the lifting was just as good, just so I had that confidence that I'm going in strong. Not that strength exactly matters in a fight. Again, But after the 105s, I did get a new 12 rep max on incline, 95 pounds in each hand for 12, then 8, and then 90s, 3 sets of 8, 85, and 80s for 10 each. After the incline dumbbell bench press, I went on to the decline press machine. And then on decline bench press, I actually did pretty well. I did 205 and 210. So 205, 2 sets of 5, 210 for 5. And then I figured, alright, let's go up to 220, did 5, 235, 245, and then 250 for 5. Again, that's not really a lot of weight when you consider that it is decline bench, not flat or incline. But I always do decline as my last type of the bench pressing. I always do the flat and then incline. So by the time I get to decline, I'm pretty much burned out. And so this was the heaviest I've ever went on decline, so that feels pretty good. The tricep exercises were cable pushdowns with a rope, supinated dumbbell kickbacks, and then close grip bench press with my feet on the bench. That was 195 5, 200 3 sets of 3, 185 for 6. And then moving on to back and biceps, you'll see that I did dumbbell rows for 5 sets of 10 with 105s, pull-ups 3 sets of 12, 10, then 11, pen lay row 245 for 10. Then got the 10 rep max increased to 265 for 10. I did it for 2 sets of 10, so I was able to even crank it out for more than a set of 10. After that, 275 for 2 sets of 5. Dual pulley lat pull downs on my knees for 5 sets. Dual pulley cable pullovers for 5 sets. Then barbell preacher curls with an easy curl bar. I did 90 for 5 sets of 12, which is a PR. First time I got 5 sets of 12 with that weight. Concentration hammer curls. Then some forearm exercises, which were neutral grip wrist curls, supinated dumbbell wrist curls, and then to finish off 5 sets of a one-arm cable curl. And that was the back and bicep day, with some, of course, forearms added into the mix as usual. So Monday was great because of the 105s for the 5 sets of 10, and then the incline PR with the 95s. So that was good. And then moving on, the back day was great because I did well with the rows you're seeing now, and the pull-ups were even good, and then again, Penley rows were good. So, again, can't really complain at all with the first 2 days of the week. Besides, this camera angle is crap. But Wednesday was also a good day. I didn't want to overtrain my legs because of the fight on Saturday. I didn't. That's again. Sometimes if I do legs, my legs could be sore well into Sunday. So I didn't go too crazy. I still did my usual routine, but didn't do as many reps just because I didn't want to exhaust myself. So I did 135, 225, and 317 for 10. 355 and 372 for 5 each. 392 for 3, which I think is the most I've done with that weight since my injury. 417 for 1, and then 332 I could only get 3. After that, some leg curl machine, kettlebell glute bridges, cable step-ups, leg extension machine, standing calf raise machine, and the Donkey Kong calf raise machine. And I have a lot of footage this week, and you'd think I have a lot more to say, but just nothing's coming to mind right now. Mostly because what you're seeing now is not even the most interesting part of the week, it's the fight. And really, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm just going to let the footage speak for itself when we get to that point. Basically, I'll just say the fight went well. It was my first one ever in a tournament. Some fights as a kid that I got the crap beaten out of me, but first time, I actually won a fight, so good for me. And felt good. You'll see that I think I took control of the fight. Definitely moved my opponent more than he moved me. So, just that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to come off as cocky or anything. I won it, and hopefully the footage speaks for itself. So here's the pull-ups. This is actually a different angle I got to film the pull-ups on from this week, and I actually kind of liked it. I know that's a weird thing. I like the angle I filmed my pull-ups on. I just felt like this was a good angle to judge the range of motion and everything. So just little thing. I like that that angle on the pull-ups. So yeah. As you can see with this set and the next set, I filmed horizontally, just so the image would take up the whole screen, the whole aspect ratio, whatever. And of course, these two sets did not have as good as angles trying to film like that. Right here is the Penley rows. You'll see both sets of the 265. Just a little thing, I did fart in this set, which threw me off because it was a stinky ass fart. So, this whole set I was basically smelling a nice stinky fart when doing this. And now you know that, so have fun with that knowledge. And now we got the leg day footage. I was definitely really happy with the depth this week. Definitely the deepest I've gone in a while. There's been a few occasions lately when I do squats and my first set with 315, I'm half repping it. And in this instance, I was actually getting my hips nice and deep, digging in. So that was good because, again, after I do the set, I watch the video to judge it. And I watched this, and I was like, whoa, okay. Did not have a crappy first working set. So that was good. And then 355 for 5. Again, I wish I did 12 or higher reps. But I did not want to burn myself out when doing this. So I only did 5 just to save some energy in the tank for later sets, which worked out well because I did better overall than last week, and I'm going to see how this method works for a while of trying to pace myself and not burn myself out on one set. So this is another set of 372 for 5. I was expecting to only get 4 and got 5. I think I could have gotten a 6-1, but again, trying to save it. 392 for 3. And my 417 for 1. So here is the bench press from Thursday. Basically did bench, then shoulder exercises, then triceps. Overhead press, I did get 85 for 10 in each hand, which is a PR. Form was not that good. But basically, after all this from that day, I rested all day Friday, and here is so much of the footage from my fight. So the fight was in Atlantic City. I am the taller one with the blue helmet, of course, the blue belt right there. And this fight was Saturday morning, and they had the younger kids go, and basically the older guys were later in the day. So I was just in the waiting room the whole time, waiting with the anxiety here because this was my first one, not knowing what to expect. And this is what it was. Again, definitely felt like I was in control of it from watching this. Technique, not perfect, not even good, to be honest. Just definitely trying to haul off on the guy and trying to overpower him. Definitely just trying to muscle it. So, one thing I regret is not using my legs enough for kicking. I got a couple kicks in there, here and there, but definitely could have been better. See, I blocked his one kick with a kick there, so that was something. Again, for the most part, again, I felt like I was leading the fight. If you notice, I'm the one pushing him back more often than he pushes me back. Now, right there, you hear a whistle. And I thought that whistle was directed at us to stop. Because my opponent walked away after the whistle, and I was thinking, oh, okay, they must have called the whistle for some reason. And then suddenly, you know, the ref right there just yells, did I say stop? Fight! And I'm like, wait, what just happened? So, just had to keep going, keep going, keep going. This year was the overtime round. So there was a 2-minute round, and then they decided to go into overtime for us. So there was another round, and I was actually ended up winning it. I think I deserved it. Not to sound cocky, but again, I was leading the fight the majority of the time, and definitely felt like I landed enough hits on the guy and knocked him out of bounds several times. So that was that. That was my fight, my first one. And then on Sunday, I did some abs after deadlifting. This was my deadlift. I wish I got 12 reps here. Only got 5. But they were all pause reps, you know, nothing touch and go, so changed it up. I was going to go for 12 and make it touch and go, but after that first rep I could just tell I wasn't going to get it. So I figured, let's not do touch and go reps, change it up, and just try to get at least 5. And then same thing with the 490, not touch and go reps, 517, after then failed with 527. After that did hanging leg raises, standing cable crunches, and kettlebell twists. That's really all I have to say. Hopefully you enjoyed this and the fight added on to it. And enjoy the last 2 deadlift videos and have a nice day.
That's awesome.